I went back to school to finish my degree, and then, which was in teaching, English teaching. And then I remembered why I really started my degree in teaching. And so I basically quit that job and went full-time into teaching and never looked back. And the reason I did that is because I kind of have a life philosophy about influencing people. And I think that's what life is about, is building a relationship and then influencing somebody for the good, or sadly sometimes the negative. And I wanted to influence people for good. And teaching is one of those professions where you can do that. And then when you take literature, it just leads to be able to do that, because it talks about the things that are going on in the world and how that applies to us. And so it just lends itself to the perfect job for influencing people in a positive direction. Best part of my job is my relationship with the students. When it goes back to my philosophy on creating some sort of influence in people's lives. And so it's the relationship I create with the students that gives me the ability to influence them in a positive direction. And so it's that moment when they notice that I care, that I'm here to not just make their lives miserable, but to actually push their life forward in a positive direction. And it's that realization moment that this is a teacher or a person who cares about me as an individual, as a person. And so that's the best part of teaching, is when students feel that and then move with it. If you keep things relevant for students, it makes it easier to teach them, because they see why it applies to them. And I really do believe that kind of separates me from other people, maybe even just in general, is that if it's not relevant, why do it? You know, I think there's this group of disenfranchised students who are sitting in a classroom who can't do A, B, C, D, or memorize vocabulary of those kind of things. But when you engage them on a level of relevancy, they think to themselves, well, school actually matters. And so they engage with you on a level. And I was that student. I was that student who I could memorize, but I didn't see the point in it. Fine, I'll just look it up, those kind of things. The way I work with veteran teachers is, and I've always approached it this way, is that they're here and they've been here for 20 years or whatever it is. And so that they know some stuff. And so it's important for me to know what they know. I'm surrounding myself with positive influences, relationships that will push me in a positive direction. What better way to do that than seasoned teachers?